Hi, friends. I'm so happy to see you. Today, we're going to be reading another chapter in Little Legends The Spell Thief. Let's check out chapter 2 A Mysterious Visitor. By the time Jack had untied his laces, everyone else was out of sight. Still, he was a lot faster than his friends, and sure he'd be able to make up the time, especially if he took some shortcuts. It wasn't long before Jack was running across Market Square in the middle of town. Growing in the very center was the story tree that gave Taletown its name. The story tree was utterly unique. It literally grew stories, or rather, it recorded them. Every time a new story was told beneath its branches, it would sprout a tiny silver shoot, sometimes growing in a whole new branch if the story was big and exciting enough. If you ran your fingers along the tree, it felt as though the stories were happening inside your head. Jack had already had one story growing there, about the time he met a terrifying giant, and he hoped that one day he'd get another one up there. Jack ran past the story tree and over to the far side of Market Square. "Hi, Humpty," called Jack as he ran past an egg-shaped figure perched on the edge of the town well. "Who's there?" gasped Humpty, spinning around. "It's just me, Jack," began Jack. But sudden movement had caused him to wobble. His arms and legs flailed wildly, and then he fell down the well with a shriek, followed by a loud splash. Jack stopped running an inch closer to the well. "Humpty, are you okay?" he asked. "Yes," echoed a voice from below. "Do you want me to fetch the king's men?" asked Jack. "Would you?" replied Humpty. "Thanks, Jack. Don't bother with any of the horses, though. I don't know why anyone would think that a horse could help put an egg back together. They don't even have hands." No," replied Jack. "Right. Well, I'll go and get help then. I'll be as fast as I can." By the time Jack had run to the palace, found the king's men, and explained where Humpty was, he knew he'd lost the race, but he decided to run to Lookout Point anyway. "You wait here, Betsy," said Jack, placing her by the palace gates. "I'm already late, and, well, I can run faster on my own, okay?" "What?" squawked Betsy sadly. "Good girl," said Jack, patting her on the head. "See you in a bit. Now, don't go wandering off." Even though Jack sprinted all the way to Lookout Point, he still wasn't out of breath, but he was the last one of his friends to get there. "What kept you, Jack?" asked Red. "Jack's a troll," called out Rapunzel, and everyone laughed. Jack felt his ears turning red, and a hot anger swirled up inside him. He did not like being called troll. The trolls and the people of Taletown were bitter enemies, although nobody could remember exactly why. Still, if it wasn't for the trolls, his dad wouldn't have to work in the mine where they dug out brightly glowing moonstone. There was something in moonstone that scared trolls away and weakened their magic. It was the only protection that the people of Taletown had. The only place you could mine it was on the scattered islands of Far, Far Away, more than 3 months away by boat. And that was why Jack hardly ever saw his dad. "I'm no troll," shouted Jack, more crossly than he meant to. Everyone was silent for a moment. Then Hansel called out, "Hey, look! Over there!" finished Gretel. Sailing into the harbor was a large ship flying the flag that linked Taletown with Far, Far Away. As Jack looked down, he noticed a sudden movement halfway up the ship's mast. There was someone climbing up it. "Hey, look down there," he said. "What is it?" asked Red. "I think it's a boy," added Hansel and Gretel. Jack squinted over. They were right. It was a boy. He was about their age, with dark skin and black hair. He climbed so quickly it looked unnatural. Once he'd reached the top of the mast, he flung out one arm, leapt into thin air. Rapunzel gasped, but instead of falling, the boy appeared to swing on an invisible rope far above the heads of the crowd on the dockside. He landed safely on the shore and then jogged along the path and ran directly below Lookout Point. "Who is he, and why is he sneaking around like that?" said Jack. "We need to find out." "But how do we get down there?" asked the twins, peering over the cliff's edge. "I'm way ahead of you guys," she called. She unbraided her hair and let it tumble. She let it tumble down the cliff. "Last one down's a smelly troll." Jack leapt forward and slid down Rapunzel's hair to the path below. Rapunzel frowned for a moment and then said, "No, wait, not the last one. That would be me. First one down is a smelly troll." "That's not fair," shouted Jack from the bottom of the cliff. All right, friends, check back tomorrow for chapter 3. I wonder who that mysterious boy is and if we're going to find out more about him. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.